Hello, welcome to this Daily Bark. This is Victor Vargas. Today I was working on a video for my composition course, and I'm talking about relationships, and really where it starts with just one point and another point. So 2 points make a line, and that connection is a relationship. And it was kind of interesting to look at when you have a point. From that point, it can stem in any direction. It has infinite possibilities. But when it comes into relationship with another point, it then limits itself. It's what we end up calling a gamut, a limited range of directions. And it basically has to make a decision in which direction it's going into. Um, it has the potential to go in any direction. But when it makes a relationship, when it makes a decision to connect, it has to choose a direction, an angle, a diagonal. And as it moves into that diagonal, another one moves into that diagonal, and there's an alignment that occurs. And in this alignment, a whole world is created. So from those 2 points, it gives you a rectangle. Inside that rectangle, it will reveal a whole geometry, a whole matrix that's only unique to that relationship. The principles apply to all rectangles, but only to that relationship. And so it kind of made me think about just relationships in general, and the different connections that we have with different people, and just really to think about like what is life all about. And at the end of the day, it's really about relationship management. How do you relate to your partner, to your children, to your boss, or if you're the boss, to your employees? How do you relate to your artwork? How does the darks relate to the lights, and the lines relate to the curves, and the spaces relate to the shapes? I mean, all of this stuff matters. And if you're careless with it, then you'll get what you put into it. A careless work of art. Some people might want that. Some people don't. And so, as you manage your image and you're considering the relationships that's being formed through all the different elements and components, the composer's mindset says, okay, if I can do it on paper, why can't I do it in life? And then how do I change my understanding of values per se to values in life? Or how do I change my temperament when designing temperature in a piece? How do I become a little more cool or a little more heated? Sometimes you need a little more passion in life. But just in everything, what's your relationship between you and your God? What's your relationship between you and your family? What's your relationship between you and your body? Between you and your cash? So this is, and if you really sit down and think about it, if you can manage it and become a great steward of all these relationships without becoming overwhelmed by them, just like in a composition, we're managing, we're composing all these relationships, and we don't want anything to become too big, too strong, overpowering or overwhelming the other aspects of the composition. Because if it does, then the whole thing kind of gets all out of whack, and it doesn't feel right. It's just not. It's not fine. And for myself, I want a fine life. I want a beautiful life. At the end of it, I want to look back and see my kids, Shalaharim, just say that to them, and fine, I mean, not fine like in, oh, I'm fine, but like fine. Like a fine bottle of wine, or a fine looking woman, or fine art. It's refined. It's sophisticated. It's intelligent. It's ordered. It's powerful. It's elegant. It's graceful. And so that's what I was thinking about today. Relationships. in your art, relationships in your life. On that note, until next time.